to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Redhawks offense will come out first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Coffee. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. New set of downs after the completion. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They can. Third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Darasol. Oh, they're after him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
The run from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
So the Memphis Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously, so it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
Here's the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down.
offense is being aggressive here in their opening possession, trying to throw the ball in the first 2 plays. They went incomplete first down, and now they take a sack on second down. This is not going to script, and they understood it was going to be a challenge against this defense, and I love the fact that they're going to be aggressive trying to throw, but the execution has got to be better.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. On the ground, it's Coffee. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They'll run it from the gun. To the 10, headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pressure coming. And he's snowed under. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it up the 25-inch stride. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Redhawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Now they'll run the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Memphis heads to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Memphis. Follow the block. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Using his legs, it's Coffee. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Looking for a man. It's Darasol. Unloads to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
So after that incompletion, fourth down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses, up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. And this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. Under fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for... Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. Wants to throw. It's Darasol. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. And we talked about this guy from the beginning, and so far he has not disappointed behind center. He's been turnover-free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. A really mature performance. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Let's see what they've got on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Got a man. It's Willis. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Quarterback making checks. Gets the back moving. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And they can't connect a costly run down.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Red Hawks will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Willis. Still running at the 40. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. Might be changing the route. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
What do you do now if you're the offense, right? After that incomplete fourth down, but you've driven the entire field. At this point, do you just say, we got to go for a touchdown, or do you just pay the drive off by kicking a field goal?
Wide receiver comes in motion. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Bounced right back to them. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Back to throw, it's Darisaw. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Safe completion on the screen. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Smalls. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Redhawks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Under fire. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Redhawks will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. Catch is made at the 15. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half.
Here we go.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. You can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Wide receiver going in motion. On the move. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Just going to keep it after the snap.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking for a man. It's Darisaw. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab at the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And the Redhawks will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man quickly. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Red Hawks can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Miami! And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. He's got it on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off the spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Pulls it in. It's Willis. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Wants to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Willis. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. On first down from the 13-yard line. On the run, it's Willis. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. On first and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Memphis! Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. From the shotgun, the inside give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Darrisaw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Just under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. They'll snap it on 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. 3rd play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that one's incomplete. They were just... One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. He'll throw it. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. After the incompletion, they go back up top, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Grabbed in the middle, it's Willis. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Redhawks offense heads to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Darrisaw. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. Time pickup on that one.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Wide open downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Spins away from the defender. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Tigers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Power ahead. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a